Hi guys, I am not dressed, but happy afternoon. So Tony's right. How are you? It is, yeah, like almost the end of October. Oh my God. We really only have about 8 weeks left of the semester, so it's kind of like yikes. But yeah, so I'm going to kind of show you the new book that I'm reading or finished reading. I literally just finished reading in the last like 5 minutes. And I just Googled to look up how to pronounce her name. So it's going to be like a little mini review and just talk about it. And then I have another video that I want to do about books that are inspiring my own work. And it's going to be a part of my like thesis kind of collection journey, because I'm kind of trying to head to the bookstore to get another book as well that intrigued me. So yeah, the book is Blue Opening by Chet'la Sebree. So I got this book this past weekend because I went to Mahogany Books and got it. We were celebrating with my friend her birthday, so we went and did some like activities, and then we went to eat, and then we went and walked around like where the water was. And Mahogany Books is down there in the National Harbor where we went. So I popped in with my friend. She got like a few books, and then I got this poetry collection. I was debating between like quite a few, but saw this one. I like the cover. Covers are very inspiring to me, and it's one of the aspects of my program that I get to be involved in as well, because we have to actually write the book and design the book, which is different from quite a few other MFA creative writing programs. So this caught my eye, and then I was reading it and I was like, well, let's pick this one up. So I got it. So yeah, so let's kind of read the back. Blue Opening, Chet'la Sebree's brilliant illuminating poetry collection grapples with origins of illness, of language, of the universe, as the speaker contemplates whether she too can be a site of origin through motherhood, navigating chronic health challenges alongside grief and questions of the nature of knowledge and religion. She searches personal history and the cosmos for answers to the unknowable. With startling clarity and vivid tenderness, Blue Opening calls into question not only where to begin, but how to create across 32 poems that press the fluid boundaries of form through sonnets, prose poems, odes, and two unforgettable poetic sequences. As the speaker transverses loss, possibility, and the choice, or often the lack of choice, in the direction of her future, she determines to press forward, even if she isn't sure of the shape this language should take, and holding from the blue rock faith. So that's the description of the back, and then it has a few kind of like, yeah, this is good, like, so yeah, I really found this book to be helpful for me. I really enjoy the language. I enjoy how meta things could be, how micro things can be. I really enjoy the idea of challenging the macroness of a male god and the microness of like a female human, and the juxtaposition of that when it comes to like, it's clear that the women were the more macro opening, soul opening interactions and experiences of that shaped this book a little bit. But there is like this pondering of like this otherness, but also kind of like, because yes, this book does do a lot of like having a child, like that macroness of the experience what I assume would be a male partner. There's a lot of talk about disease and the internal kind of like questioning you have to do when your body turns against you, and a lot of struggle with wanting to carry on legacy, but also knowing that in doing that you are almost in a way killing your kid, given the circumstances, depending on what they inherit from you, and there's no real way to stop that. right? So there's a lot of like dealing with it's like the shame of illness, and the shame of legacy, but also the perseverance of it in the face of like all of these issues, like medical and otherwise, that you still want to persist. And it's kind of like there is a questioning of like maybe the consciousness of older generations, not generations like your grandmother, but like older generations of human beings, like maybe have they ever considered these sort of things? Like we often think about us thinking of these things, but like 40,000 years ago, 4 million, like did they think the same things? That's kind of how I feel like it's a very large, expansive kind of book, you know? So yes, this book does have sonnets, it does have odes. I personally, in terms of like favorite poem of the collection, is towards the end, actually. And I think, yeah, it's a part of, it's number 14 in the, and I know poetic sequence, yes. It's one of those, it's number 14. Yeah. It's number 14. So I'll read it. I'll dress you in spider silk armor, smooth it over your shoulders. My mother soaked me in prayer when staph infection crust crystal my nose and scarlet fever sandpaper my skin after each grand mal and before each blood transfusion. My mother, who art human, hallowed be her name, her kingdom done, my will to come on this parental plane. May I forgive my foremothers, others, self, to lead me out of suffering and deliver me from Eve. For mine is the kingdom where I have the glory to tell a different story forever and ever. So that's number 14. I really enjoyed this, like, Genesis and going through what I assume would be the different, like, chapters of Genesis. Girl, I don't know. I'm an animist. I was a Christian. I wasn't paying attention then. Wasn't not paying attention now. Just saying. But yeah, like, really enjoyed it. So there's a lot of things like exploring the definitions of words. So there's like 3 of these. So one is womb. I know one is womb. One is brain, and then one is like another one I can't really remember. One is womb, one is brain, and one is, I don't know. I can't remember that one. The idea of the matrix comes up a lot in this place. And so I really enjoy this poem, this collection. I think it's very centered on this one person, but it sprouts into so many different ways. And I kind of think it helps to make it more human, makes this more human, because there's a lot of medical like terminology and a lot of like distance in that way. Medicalizing is kind of like a distancing kind of thing, because like as you get deeper into diagnosis, it's one of those things where like it's almost like you lose your sense of connection to other people in some ways because it's like, damn, like I'm this, and this. And then like the world around you is like, it feels so stark and so different in comparison. And so I like that kind of dealing with that like sense of othering, but somehow like this desire to journey into being with others and not staying othered. But there's this looming kind of like question of if it's going to happen. One of my other favorite poems is actually at the beginning. It's called Herith, which is like a longing. I forget the exact definition of it. Hold on, let me see. But it's like a longing for home that like doesn't quite hit. I had to like go to the Writer's Center to hear how she pronounced her name. But Herith is Okay, the context of Welsh. So, especially in the context of Wales or Welsh culture, a deep longing for something, especially one's home. There we go. And so it's kind of like her reef is almost like the creation myth kind of thing. And then like parallel alternate reality of being like not the you that you have, like this healthy you, and on a different timeline, in a different universe, in a different world, you are this. And then there's also these questions and snapbacks of like God, like why do you get to like say like, oh, let there be light, and like because it says it in one of the poems, let there be light, and then like I try to do that shit and it don't work, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. But I really enjoy the variety of like poetic structures in here. I really enjoy the ability to be intimate and honest, but also like pop your shit medically, pop your shit with scientific stuff and knowledge. And I think weaving in like family legacy and religion and ideas of selfhood and evolution and all these kind of things, I think depending on who is right for, like, would be a hard task. But I think that she does it well, like really, really well. Again, like I said, I really enjoy the variety. I really enjoy the honesty. I enjoyed Genesis like a lot. I really enjoyed Genesis a lot. And okay, Breen, and then like something else. I thought it was another word in here. So I would definitely pick breast. There we go, breast. I would definitely pick this book up if you are looking for. It's a quick read. It's a very, it's a lot, but it's a pretty quick read. It's like 66 pages, but I feel like it's very engaging, and it's engaging enough to keep you reading. If you don't finish it in one setting, you're gonna finish it close to like 2 or 3. It's not that hard for what it is explaining and talking about. The language is very accessible, I feel like. So I would say give it a shot. I don't know, this one maybe one of the better collections I've read this year. And I do think I'm going to do like a favorites kind of collection, but I really enjoyed this. So thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.